Hey, shalom, shalom. I'm going to start off by giving all glory, praises, and honor to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Kakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. And salutations to the brothers that's teaching his truth and sincerity. And shalom to the hopeful elect, the 1/3, the sincere listeners. All right. Yahweh being the name of the Heavenly Father, who the world ignorantly calls God. Yahushai being the name of his Son, okay, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. All right. This truth, this gospel, this message is for the Israelites, you so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. Okay, and the ones scattered abroad that may look like the other nations, but your spirit resonates with this truth. Okay, this message is for you. Today's video is just going to be a response to this my elder's video here. Subscribe and be edified. The channel's down below, GMS Prince Howard. There's a response to the BW is the white man's problem, and I totally 1,000% agree. You know what I mean? I was gonna probably just do some responding to this, but I also have a video clip that I want to play as well, and then I'll probably interject on that video clip and comment and bring up a couple scriptures as well. But yeah, this is just a response backing up the brother here. So let me get the clip that I had, and then
That's no.
I'm changing my vote. I'm going with Kamala. Kamala followed a little bit more instruction than the average black woman. She got a white man. I wouldn't dare vote for a black woman, but she ain't a black woman. As a president, you got to be corrected. Black women can't be corrected. The preacher can't even correct them. God can't even correct them. You really got to beat black women. Every nigga I know got to damn near whoop his hoe. For a black woman to listen, you can't say, shut up. God damn. She come out the room, won't know who you calling her. Man, them other girls shut up. I was basing my decisions off black women with no man. You see what I'm saying? I've been looking at all these black women who can't keep a man, don't have a man, and they have a hard time listening to a man. Well, here's Kamala Harris. Her daddy is Indian and her mama Asian. She ain't got a nigga in her. She got a white man. Now, one thing I know about any colored woman, whether she's Mexican, black, yellow, light brown, pitch black, or Kodak black. One thing I know about the colored woman is one man she listen to, and that's a white boss. She got a white husband that seemed to be doing a good job as a husband.
you see what I'm saying?
Can be corrected.
Black women can't be
His
corrected.
hoe for a black woman.
So he made a valid point. You know what I mean? Uncle's spitting right there, and we know Charleston White. He's a cool nigga, but he be taking a lot of talking points from the Israelites as well. You know what I mean? But he was spitting facts right there, you know what I mean? And that's what, from certain situations, we can take the good that people say and turn into a video anyways. Because a lot of these gestures you see, they're really here for us to do videos on. What I mean by gestures is these entertainers and, these podcasters and whatever. All they're meant for is for us to use their content and bring out the truth. You see what I'm saying? Because we're the authorities, all right? We're the regulators in terms of what's right and what's not, okay? But he was spitting facts. I'm not saying to go and do that. Don't hit your woman, you know what I mean? Don't hit the so-called black woman, you know what I mean? But she's a very hard-headed woman to deal with, you know what I mean? And when I play this clip, you'll see that. Because the mentality that majority of these so-called black women have is very rebellious, and they don't respect order, okay? They hate order, they hate discipline, they hate being well instructed. They don't like righteousness. They like to be pretty much go after their own devices. And the elder said it best. Basically, all through the Esau, the so-called white man, he set this up through his movies, his media, all right, to have the so-called black woman a certain way, be proud against her man. And it's pretty much backfiring. Not only, it didn't backfire on us because it was supposed to happen, we're going under the curses, but it's pretty much backfiring on the so-called white man to where he can't even control her. Now, the so-called white man, now the so-called black woman, she has no respect for the so-called white man. She actually has no respect for the powers above her, man. She actually doesn't regard the so-called white man as her master anymore through feminism. She just believes she's above men, period. That's how strong the wine is. You see what I'm saying? So to where now, when actual true authority comes, she feels that she's above the law, right? She feels that she can do no wrong, and she's justified in her emotions and her feelings, and you know, she feels that she doesn't have to deal with people with respect, especially the authorities, the police. All right, there's a certain way you got to conduct yourself, and that's just basic wisdom. You know, if you're in this truth as a man, there's a certain way you got to conduct yourself when it comes to dealing with the police. All right. Now, when you're right, and you know you're speaking in the power and authority of Yahweh Shem Al Shai. But that's really when we're on the highways and byways. You know what I mean? That's different, right? That's the Lord gave us that jurisdiction to have authority over everybody. Honestly, we'll still deal with them according to the law, but they can't come up and try and dictate nothing, because this is of Yahweh Shem Al Shai. But let's just say you're out and about, and you know, I don't know, you get pulled over for whatever reason. Okay, you know that you may not have been speeding or whatever, right? Like I did a video the other day that I got pulled over, you know, Satan had pulled me over or whatever, but I was just dealing with them accordingly. You see what I'm saying? You know, I didn't act out, and you know, why did you pull me over? And I knew it was a bullshit pullover anyways. You see what I'm saying? I knew it was bullshit. It wasn't really justified. But I just dealt with them proper, and you know, I had nothing to hide. I had all my documents, my ID, whatever they needed. I said, you know, no worries, take care, have a good day, whatever. I kept it pushing. You know what I mean? We put curses on these establishments anyways. We put curses on these different police forces, man. Okay, because really they're set up against us anyways, and you know, they're set up as snares and traps for the men of the Lord and Jake in general. So we put curses on them, right? And you know, we glory when certain things happen to them. You see what I'm saying? Because they're putting hell on our brothers. Certain brothers are going through things right now that the police have gotten them for. You see what I'm saying? So it's just like, let's just pretty much say that when we see things happen to them on the news, we know that the Lord is working. Okay, you different police forces and entities, you better not fuck with the men of the Lord. You're gonna try to, and you will, but you need to understand this is not of us. This is of a higher power. All right, and that's lessons within lessons. But let me play this clip and do a little bit of commentating and, you know, speculating. What else would he say? Yeah, pretty much Charleston said that, you know, you can't really pretty much regulate these women, man. You know, you can't really discipline them, these so-called black women, right? They don't like to take order. They love chaos. They love drama. And the only thing they can actually adhere to is fear. I mean, it is physical force at this point. Because you tried going the nice way about it, the quote-unquote diplomatic way, and, you know, hey, baby, just, you know, I'd rather you not do that, or, you get what I'm trying to say? Like, yo, can you tone it down a bit or whatever? You know, being cool, cordial, whatever, how they want it, quote-unquote, right? But really, you gotta, you know, I'm not saying do this, but really they need one raw licking at them face. You get what I'm trying to say? But don't do that, because you're gonna get them in trouble, and that's the problem. They know you can't do that. Right, and because they know you can't do that, and if you do that, they know they can call Satan and put you inside a box, right? So you don't want to be in a box. You got to work. You got to work to do. You got to work of the Lord to do, right? So we got to use wisdom, all right? So when people get you elevated, black women get you elevated, Apostle say not to deal with them anyways, right? That's just wisdom. It's not law, right? But if you are dealing with them, then, you know, you've been warned, so to speak. That's on you, right? But if you are dealing with them, okay, you know, just to walk away, man. That's the best option for you. All right, so let me play this.
And y'all literally, you know, I don't give a wrong with y'all.
Don't. Do not. Get back. Stop.
What are y'all talking about?
Stop.
What the is wrong with y'all?
Stop.
No,
Get out of the road. Get out of the road. We're done. We're done.
Yeah. Oh my God. Y'all are not doing that.
You're at it.
That's baboonish.
Hey, shalom, brother. Shalom.
Salakia. Yeah, even just the way she's screaming, that's baboonish. Like, why are you acting like that? Ridiculous, you know? But this is a majority of these so-called black women. This is something that you gotta understand, when you're dealing with them. This is what they resort to when they don't get their way. You see what I'm saying? And it's like, what's the point of even dealing with that? You know?
This is Brother Howard of GMS Toronto coming back with another one. Yeah, and this is the Caucasians issue, right? This is not our
That's right. I 1,000% agree. This is not our issue. We didn't cause this. Because I think the brother explains this. Let me just play
issue, right? The so-called black woman was given certain rights and certain freedoms by the Caucasian, right? So her rebellion against us is his issue.
That's right. It's not our problem because we're powerless. Us, and the Lord did this to us. All right, but guess what? This now we're we're in the hands of our enemies. We're in the hands of our oppressors. They're the ones that's running things, so to speak. You see what I'm saying? They're the ones calling the shots. You know what I mean? So we're not the ones that are in charge. And our women know that. We're not in charge. That's why they don't respect us, so to speak. Let's play this.
Right? We don't need to fix anything when it comes to the so-called black woman, when it comes to the so-called black children. We don't need to fix anything. What you so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans need to do, you need to fix your relationship with the Heavenly Father first. Don't worry about the woman. Don't worry about the children. I'm not saying not to be a good father. I'm not saying not to be a good husband, right? Especially if you have a wife. I'm not saying not to take care of your children. I'm not saying not to take care of your wife. I'm just letting you know they're not our issue, right? To be a protector, right? To be a leader, you need to have power. And you know who has power? The so-called white man has power, right? This video, what it shows is that you cannot always reason with the woman with knowledge or with logic. It takes power, physical force. And you so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, you don't have power to regulate, right?
That's right. We don't have the power right now. You see what I'm saying? It just is what it is. Okay? So it's not on us, really, the behavior of our children, really, and our women. Because I think the brother goes into it as well. He says that, we can't discipline our children, but then you have another man that can come and shoot our children dead in the streets. We're wrong for beating our kids, right? And getting them right and aligning them with proper ways and values of Yahweh Shem Yahushai, or just common, just general manners in general. We're wrong for upstilling that in our children. But then you're able to come now and shoot our children in the street because they're unruly, because we were not able to discipline our children because you would have put them in children's aid and take them away from us. And then and during the children's aid in the foster care system, have them being abused and touched and all type of diddy shit. You see what I'm saying? And it's just a hot mess. That's why this place needs to go fully. You know what I mean? Just straight up. This is Exodus 21:16. And he that stealeth a man and selleth him, or if he be found in his hand, he shall surely be put to death. Okay, and that's exactly what you Edomites are cruising for, death, because we're in your hand. Okay, you're the one. You have us in captivity. You don't want to let us go. Only way you're gonna let us go is when we take the sea hip, and then you're gonna try and take us out. Salakia, let me rephrase that. when you implement the sea hip to the Israelites, and then you're gonna try and take us out through a carnal means. All right, and Lord will, we don't take the sea hip. Lord will, we're of the elect. So Salakia, I just slip of the tongue, Satan. All right. Let me play this.
Right now, she's being raped. She doesn't even understand that. And when I say raped, I mean in the sense of being seized or taken, right? That's all the word means, right? When you people hear the word rape, You're thinking of sexual assault. I'm not talking about sexual assault. I'm talking about the word.
You know, that was, you know, you could watch the rest of this video, you know what I mean? That's pretty much the point, you know, but you could see how she's acting all belligerent, you know. But, you know, these women are not our friends or whatever. They're our enemies, so to speak, you know. Our women are against us, let's just put it that way. Okay, and, you know, at the end of the day, really, when we see the so-called black woman, we just, you know, you just desire her for sex, you know what I mean, at this point. So that's really what you desire her for. You don't really desire her for nothing else, because she can't be molded. You know, she can't take correction. She can't take rebuke. She can't pair bond. You know what I mean? So we know when we get with the so-called, if you get with a so-called black woman, you get Eve, right? You know, you're here for a good time, not a long time, you know, because, you know, they're bugged out. You know what I mean? And they don't even know it. Micah 7:10. Then she that is mine enemy shall see it, and shame shall cover her. Okay. Which said unto me, where is the Lord thy God, Yahweh? Mine eyes shall behold her. Now shall she be trodden down as the mire of the streets. Okay. And we can get Ezekiel 9 real quick. Because the Lord, you know, the Lord has to deal with you women. And, you know, even the Lord dealing with you women, you still, you Israelite women, you Southern Kingdom Eve, you're going to be taken out. You're going to die gruesome deaths, but at least you come back in the kingdom in the right mind, right? So, and, you know, you're going to be apologetic. You're going to be humble. You're going to be, you know, you're going to be in your right mind, right, Eve? So the Lord still has mercy on you, even with that. And that's an amazing thing. But even right now, right? Even right now, fuck, I lost my train of thought. You know? Either way. Let me just get the scripture. Ezekiel 9:6. Slay utterly, old and young. Let me start at Ezekiel 9:4. And the Lord Yahweh said unto him, Go through the midst of the city, through the midst of Jerusalem, and set a mark upon the foreheads of the men that sigh and that cry, for all the abominations that be done in the midst thereof. And to the others he said in mine hearing, Go ye after him through the city, and smite. Let not your eyes spare, neither have ye pity. Slay utterly old and young, both maids and little children. Okay, old and young, both maids, young women, all right, little children, and women again. Okay, old woman, young woman. Okay, middle-aged woman, right? Little girls, right? Children. All right, so children are getting taken out, put to death, right? Bastard kids, all of that. Menstruous women shall bring forth monsters, all right? Crack babies, all of that. You name it. VAX babies, they're getting taken out. The Lord ain't dealing with that, right? Defiled ass kids, defiled ass women, multiple partners, right? Bugged out, multiple spirits in their head, right? You know? And then you got to come now and play therapist, right? You as a man now, you got to come now and play therapist for these hoes, right? For all the fucking trauma. Fuck that, man. You know, let them deal with their trauma. They bit of the apple, and that's to show you how proud they are, man. All this fucking trauma. You think they just settle down and come, you know, just, you know, reflect and really change their ways. But no, they double down on it and bug out even more. All right, so the Lord has to take you women out. All right, and rightfully so. You see what I'm saying? When Isaiah 4:1 comes around, all right, it's only gonna be for a select amount of women. A majority of you women are gonna have to be taken out. Okay, and like I said, Isaiah 4:1. I said this before. It's gonna be women of a marriageable age. You do the math on that. That are coming in a more humble spirit, right? That's really who I believe, you know, mainly, I believe so in the spirit, you know what I mean? But whatever, it could be, whatever. Doesn't really matter, but I'm just saying, it would only make sense. Women with more of a, that don't really know the world fully, so to speak. Anyway. And woman, but come not near any man upon whom is the mark, and begin at my sanctuary. Then they began at the ancient men which were before the house. And he said unto them, defile the house, and fill the courts with the slain. Go ye forth. And they went forth and slew in the city. Murder. Not even murder, but killing, bloodshed. All right? Killing is different from murder, you know what I mean? Two different things. Because none of your blood is not innocent. All right, the Israelite blood, you wicked Israelite, the way you're living, you're not innocent. Whoever perished being innocent. You're too wicked, that's why. All right, but the Lord's coming back to restore order. The Lord's coming back to restore the so-called black woman and put her back in her right mind. Yo, why you think the Lord said some will be crying, man? Imagine the so-called black woman in her right mind. You might shed a tear. Like, God damn, I'm at peace. There's going to be tears of joy. You know what I mean? Damn. You know what I'm saying? But with that, I'm going to say shalom. Lord will, you're edified. And to the next one.